that experience with 2B Mindset, I was really hesitant to purchase Ultimate Portion Fix because I'm like, I've been using the containers for years. I know what this is all about. I don't think I need a certification in this. But I decided, okay, I've got to be a leader and I've got to, go in on this program and see what it's all about and just trust the company, because they always give us what they know for sure is needed. So I ordered it and it came yesterday or the day before, and I started, I cannot stop watching the videos. So if any of you guys have started watching them, Autumn really shares some information that you probably don't know yet, that is going to be really helpful and will make you look a lot and sound a lot smarter when you're talking to your customers. And so it's just really good stuff. So this workbook comes with it, with the certification thing. And so this has all the information that the people that you're working with are going to be watching videos. Then there's all the questions that they're going to ask you that Autumn's already giving us the answers to. That she already knows what questions are going to be asked. She already knows what people are going to be thinking, and that's where this comes in. She walks us through all of those things so that we get to be the expert when we're talking to our challengers, and just positions us so much better rather than sending a video of Autumn answering questions or something like that. So love that. Also, you guys, Fixate 2 is, I think, 10 times better from what I'm seeing in here than the first one. So, and I love some of the recipes from the Fixate cookbook, but I've marked so many pages in here. It just looks like really, really good stuff. And then this is a little daily logbook that everybody's going to get. So this will be something that whether you go through the program or you choose to get certified, you're going to get this. But I just want to recommend that if you've kind of been on the fence a little bit with Ultimate Portion Fix certification, do it. I really see why she is saying that every new coach should go through this program immediately, because it gives you an understanding of nutrition and really how the program is designed and why it's designed that way in all different aspects. So it helps so much when not only giving you confidence, but giving you education as you reach out and you help people with it. Okay. All right. So diving into coach invites. So one, I know we're going to talk a little bit about actually creating a script for a coach invite. But one big way that I love to invite to the coaching opportunity is through posts. So obviously we talk a lot about your 5 pillars, and you're talking about those things, and we're talking about challenge groups and your weight loss transformation. But I want you guys to think of the top reasons that you like being a coach, because that is something different for everybody. Some people might just really love the community. Some people don't really want to care about working in business, but they want to be a part of this community. Some people might be the financial piece. Probably for a lot of you guys, it's a lot of these different ones put together. But think about what's important to you with coaching, because those are going to be the things that you want to talk about specifically in your posts as you're sharing those things. And you want to kind of hit on different ones, because what we see a lot is that people will invite all the time publicly to challenge groups, but they get a little more timid, or I don't know if it's just they just aren't intentional about it, or maybe it's a little bit more intimidating, but you don't see as many coach call to action posts as you see challenger call to action posts. So find those things that you love. Good night, honey. See you in the morning. Find those things that you are passionate about, or that drew you in the very beginning. Think back to when you signed up as a coach. What was your coach doing that made you excited about wanting to get on board with this team? And talk more about those things on social media. We'll chat tonight. We're going to work on doing one of those posts tonight. Andrea, I feel like, is really the invite queen as far as words. She's really good with words. So I'm going to let her talk a little bit about what she says in direct messaging. Andrea, if you're good with that, because she's good with words. But another thing too that I have found, and this goes across the board with coach invites and just regular invites, but is voice messaging and video messaging. So I don't know if you guys have used video messaging on Instagram, but it's so much more personal when they can hear your voice and see your face. So the cool thing that I'm loving about Instagram right now is when you go into a message, you can actually create a little clip that you send them. So they're not only hearing your voice like they do on Facebook audio messages, but they actually get to see your face. It's a personalized video that you're sending right to them. So I love that piece of it. So Andrea, I'll let you hop on here.
All right. So what I want to see in the comments, and I'll kind of read through them for the people that are watching the recording, but I want to see what are your favorite things about coaching that you plan to talk about. So in the little comments over there, for you personally, what are the things that your life is better because of this piece, this piece, this piece? You know, think about the things that Alina was saying. Is it financial? Is it community? Is it the extra level of accountability? It can literally be anything. Is it the opportunity to go to the retreats? Is it finally having really solid friendships? What is it for you? All right, so some of the comments. Income is in my own control, extra accountability, control over finances, community, learning how to improve my own health, helping people reach their goals, helping others, community, accountability. It was hard to make friends outside of college, and this was an instant friend group. Seeing others succeed, empowering mamas. Okay, so a lot of similarities, sharing this experience with others, getting outside my comfort zone, doing it in my free time. Okay, so hopefully that gives maybe you some other angles that you can use in your posts, seeing what other people love about coaching. I think it's really good because we want to be storytellers. That helps draw people in. It keeps people reading your posts, is to start your post with, I used to blah, 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 blah. The old me, blah, 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 blah. 5 years ago, blah, 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 blah. So kind of rewind life a little bit, talk about what that experience was like, paint a picture, give people an image of this is how life was, talk about pain points, talk about things that you struggled with, things that are really going to connect with other people because you know for a fact you aren't the only one struggling with those things. Okay, so paint that picture. Then you transition into now. You say, then so-and-so came into my life, or then a workout program shockingly changed everything, you know, especially if it's like seemingly not related, that a workout program could actually enhance friendships, for instance. But have that transition point. And then talk about how all of those pain points that you referred to in the beginning now have a solution. And then at the end is when you have your call to action. Okay, so we're always looking for more girls to add to our community. You can use the word tribe. You can use the word girl gang. Whatever is your language that you would say in real life to your friends, that's what you want to say. If you would never use the word tribe in real life, please don't use the word tribe on your post, because people are going to read through that and be like, oh, somebody's upline told her to copy paste that. So it has to be true to your story, 100% to your story. So if you're struggling with coming up with like the deep core things that you love about coaching, I want you to imagine that you are sitting in a coffee shop or a restaurant with your absolute best friend that you can tell anything to. Or maybe it's your sister or it's your mom, whoever you're closest to, and they look you in the eye and they're like, why do I see this new fire inside of you? Like, what is it about this new job that you talk about? What makes it amazing? Why do you keep talking about it? Whatever you think of first, that's what you need to be writing about. because that's what's going to light your soul on fire, to get you to just like spill the words out and just get them all on paper, organize it later, you guys. Just brain dump, because you can take a really long post and break it up and do one a week for like a month if you have enough content. If you just keep writing and writing, just use it as a journal. And then when you put these into post, just remember you have your pre-story, your transition sentence, and then your now, and then your ask at the end. So the main reason why I love these posts is for what I shared in Voxer. And if you guys aren't in Voxer and you want to be in on the business chatter that we have, you can download the app and then tell your upline your username and we'll add you. But basically I shared an invite, a personal invite, because I made a coach invitation call to action. So anyone who liked my post, I went through the list of, a lot of them were my current customers or coaches already. So the people that weren't, I made a list of them, and I'm going through and I'm personally inviting them to join our team. And I will just read to you what I am saying. Something similar to this. It's different for everybody. But hey, Hannah, so seeing your name pop up on my notifications for this post has me smiling. And also super nervous because I have this huge nudge deep inside to invite you to join this tribe, not only for the workouts, but to partner with me on inspiring others to live their best life. Gah, why was that so scary to type? So now that it's out there, have you ever thought about it? I think you'd be amazing. I also, after this, told her why she would be amazing, because I genuinely think she would be. And so I gave like 2 specific things on why that girl, I want her on this team. She happens to post about her workouts at the gym a lot. So I mentioned that she's already doing a lot of what we do. And she's just super fun loving, and she has an adorable dog. And she's someone that I would want to hang out with. So I told her that. You can't just be like, you would be great at this, because people are thinking, first of all, they're going to doubt you and be like, I wouldn't be good at what she's doing. There's no way I could do what she's doing. You have to put that belief in them and give them concrete reasons why they would be great. So making these call to actions is important, because you may get a brave soul to reach out to you, but it's more so that you can transition into an invite. Does that make sense? These are the scariest ones for me personally, and I don't want to like make you guys nervous by saying that. It's just because I get all in my head about it. So I'm just pushing through the fear. Like Angela said on our team page, you get confident by taking action. And so I'm just going to do that. And I've gotten 7 out of my 25, and then I had family time. So I haven't done any since, but I'm going to be doing that later tonight. I'm going to finish them for sure. Any questions or ideas or comments? Alina and I are not the only leaders here. You guys are all leaders. So if you have ideas or things that have worked well for you in this area, please share, because we're all here to learn. You can just unmute yourself if you do, or if you have a question. And if not, we will probably jump right into the work time, which I want all of us to be writing something. You don't have to post it tonight, or maybe you already made a coach invite post recently and you can jump right to the inviting portion of it and write something that's genuine to you, that's sort of general enough where you could copy paste a chunk of it and then personalize just a little bit of it. And be honest if you're scared or nervous. Because I did. I was like, I'm so nervous to just say this out loud, but I'm going to, because that's real, and they're going to know that you're not copy pasting that, because it's just you being you. Does everyone feel like they have at least a jumping off point to write something that you could post tonight or later this week about how coaching has changed your life? We have something to jump off on. Okay, we'll stay on here just because accountability works and I want everyone to at least get a rough draft out there. That way you can ask questions or you can be like, hey, how does this sound? And you can get instant feedback. I'm probably not going to record this chunk of it. So does anyone have any questions that we could put on here? Because questions are going to help other people on the team. No questions are dumb questions at all.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Sorry, it's not about the coaching thing. It's back to the ultimate portion fix really quick. Did I see that? So the coach sign up, like us being able to sign up, is right now through like the 17th. Is that just like the normal kind of like VIP thing, or is this just so that we can get like the certification and things? But then on the 18th, like if I forgot to sign up before them, I can still sign up on the 18th, I would assume.
Correct.
This isn't like the only time you can sign up and do it.
No, you're correct. It's just so that we can, before our challengers start going through the program, we have time to go through some of the videos and know how to get them started right when they jump in.
Okay. And then, sorry, second part. So I haven't had time to go through everything, but there is videos to watch for the certification, but then is the ultimate portion fix program itself also videos to watch and follow, kind of like how To Be Mindset was?
Yep. So there's a video to watch basically for everything, and it's actually really nice. It breaks down every little, how they're going to go about this program, how to pick which plan they're going to do, and she lays out like really awesome. She goes through like regular portion fix, timed nutrition, or carb cycling, different plans. Really cool. But every video that they watch, there is a video that correlates with that that is in the certification that talks specifically about questions you might get on that or more information you should know about that. So yeah, they're two separate things, but both are video based.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to check that.
Does anybody, I think before we start working, just to get the fears out there, does anyone want to unmute themselves and say, if they are scared to make these coach invites, what is the scariest piece of it, just so we can just punch it in the face? Is anyone nervous about doing these invites?
I'm not nervous, but I do have a question. So a lot of the people that continuously like my stuff, I've already reached out to and kind of been ghosted by. What do you do there?
One piece of advice, which you already probably know that I'm going to say, is continue to add new people to follow you. Honestly, if it hasn't been like, if it was just yesterday that they ghosted you, I probably wouldn't reach out again. But if it was like a month ago, I'd be like, hey, so I know life gets busy and I just wanted to reach out again because you've been on my heart and I don't know why, but I'm feeling the nudge. And even though I'm nervous too, I just thought I would say, hi, is everything still going okay? And usually they're like, oh my gosh, I was so busy. I totally forgot to respond to your message. Thank you for reaching out again. Sometimes they ghost you again and then you like let it simmer for 6 months. And then if they still don't respond, I usually just lesson release.
Okay.
Taylor has a good question here. What if we're new coaches and we haven't seen too much of a change yet? It's a great question. So talk about why you joined in the first place. What excited you about getting on board with us? What kind of were you nervous about at first that you're glad that you took the leap? Those sorts of things, what drew you in? Those are the same sort of things that are going to draw in your people.
I couldn't agree more, because I think when I first signed up, I was super excited to just have something of my own that I could build. And so I talked about that. I hadn't made any money, but I was like, I just signed up for something that I get to totally build however I want. And I have this awesome group of girls that are helping me do it. And I'm just excited to see where this takes me. Even though I haven't been doing this very long, I already feel more confident. just whatever your personal story is right now.
Question.
Yep.
Can we just take it a step farther into the then what? So we invite coaches and they say, yeah, I'm interested. And sorry, I'm new, but so then do we direct them to the sneak peek? Or I know you had mentioned in one of the threads that you guys were working on changing up the coach training. Should we wait? Like if somebody is hot and says tonight, like, absolutely. I mean, that would be excellent. I'm going to go best case scenario. Then what?
So yes, short answer is yes. Plug them into our coach sneak peek, which is linked. I believe it's linked on our team page. And if it's not, we can put it up there at the top as an announcement. But those are like 10 posts that Alina and I put in there about a year ago. We should probably update them just so they have new dates on them, but the content hasn't changed. And basically it just talks about what we do as coaches on this team. And you can just plug them in there and tag them on the welcome post and say, here's the group, they're numbered. I'll reach out in, a day or two and see if you have any questions. I was going to say something else. And the coach training. Alina and I are getting together this week, Wednesday, Thursday, to finish that up. So it will be like totally ready to go midweek this week. We just have to create a couple videos and put them on there. So new coaches will have brand new refurbished training this week. Love that question. Basically, I just want you to pour your hearts out there like you did last week when we challenged you to talk about your big goals, because I was legit crying as I was reading them all. So, all right, well, I'm going to stop the recording and we can get to work, and feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions or run anything by us. We'll stay on here for a little while, and I will post the recording on our YouTube channel.